Democrat leaders say they want more stimulus checks and more government programs. Hello and welcome to today's April 27th daily news report, as well as ongoing stimulus check information. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now for all the best updates. All right, now don't forget that the contest my wife and I are running to say thank you to our subscribers ends in just a couple of days. We're giving away over $2,000 in prizes and cash thanks to the awesome video sponsors that we've teamed up with. So make sure to check that out as it is running out of time. Now, tomorrow evening, President Biden will be giving his State of the Union address before Congress. It's expected that he will discuss COVID, the past year, the vaccine rollout, beating his goal of vaccinating over 100 million Americans. He wants to talk about jobs and the economy, but he plans to spend the majority of his time laying out his vision for specifically where he wants the country to go over the rest of his 4-year presidency. He's going to give the specifics of why he wants to put money into the Build Back Better plan, and also the second infrastructure bill, or the social infrastructure bill, named the American Families Plan. So this is his time to update America on what's going on, but it's also his opportunity to pitch Congress on his vision of the future. Many are hoping that President Biden will reveal that in one or both of the infrastructure bills, a fourth stimulus check direct to the people, an expansion of Medicare, while at the same time lowering the age at which you can start Medicare. So could he announce a fourth stimulus check? Maybe. I know that over 70 people in Congress are pushing for a fourth stimulus check. And many Democrats want more money and more programs. So we'll see what comes out of that meeting. But that would be a great time for him to announce a fourth stimulus check. Now, it is also expected that President Biden will ask Congress for $80 billion to revamp and rebuild the IRS, with a specific goal of being to audit wealthy people and large corporations more frequently. Biden and his team believe that they will be able to increase federal revenue from taxation by over $700 billion over the next 10 years by taxing wealthier families and larger corporations. Biden's team also believes that he will be able to pay for the Build Back Better plan by raising the corporate tax rate from 21% up to 28%. However, he is getting pushback from a few of his key people in the Senate. Now, he's going to have an uphill battle as Republicans, particularly conservative Republicans, really push for smaller government and less taxes. And this seems to do the opposite of that. So that's why there's been a lot of headbutting in Washington, D.C. lately. Biden will either need to use Congress and the reconciliation bill to accomplish all of his big ambitions, or he will need to reach across the aisle and work with his Republican counterparts. He says that he wants to unify the country and do bipartisan bill passing, but so far that hasn't been the case. So we'll see what comes out of the State of the Union tomorrow. Now, the American Families Plan will also include universal pre-kindergarten, federal paid leave. He wants to make a big effort towards making childcare more affordable. I talked about that yesterday. He also wants to offer up free community college, and he wants to offer up more tax credits meant to fight poverty. Joe Manchin said, if we can't come together on infrastructure during the most toxic time in Washington, then we're in real trouble. So Joe Manchin has kind of been a thorn in the Democrat side as he is pushing back on almost everything they do, but he usually falls into line and ends up going with whatever the majority want. Now, on the other side, Senator Moore Capito of West Virginia said the Republican infrastructure proposal is meant to be seen as a starting point and that the Republicans expect negotiation. It's not a hard line. This is just where they want to start from. So Democrats are here, Republicans are here. They've now both presented bills and they want to now start negotiations. But many Republicans worry that the Democrats are just going to ram this bill through. Now, one of the biggest campaign promises Joe Biden made when he ran was to get America to a $15 minimum wage. So far, he's been unable to meet his timeline for doing that. However, he is on track with the vaccination timeline that he also discussed. So he still has over 3.5 years to work on that $15 minimum wage. I know that Bernie Sanders and others are pushing him to get that wage increase, but it may come in the form of a smaller increase. Democrat Senator Kristen Sinema and Republican Mitt Romney are working on an $11 an hour minimum wage increase bill that should be out this week or next week. Some economists are saying that it's too hard to get to $15 minimum wage right now because it looks like you're doubling the wage, where it's more likely that you could get through an $11 or $12 minimum wage, where that's only increasing by about $4 or $5. Biden will continue to push on giving $10,000 of student loan forgiveness. On the topic of student loan forgiveness, some leaders worry that forgiving debt will further divide the country and not unite it. If you forgive $10,000 of student loan debt, should you also forgive $10,000 of credit card debt that for people who don't have student loans, or $10,000 of mortgage debt if they don't have student loans? The biggest push coming out of the Democratic Party right now is to make all things equal. So some are worried that if you give $10,000 to one group, what are you going to give to the other to balance it out and make it equal? After all the promises that are made in Washington, D.C., we're just going to have to see where the chips fall, right? By the way, I just want to say thank you so much for giving this video a like. I really appreciate that, and I love bringing you the news. All right, now, Senator Cory Booker says the work President Biden and his team have done to increase the child tax credit and send it out on a monthly recurring basis is incredible. However, Mr. Booker thinks that this should be a permanent program going forward. He said the United States has committed a moral sin by being one of the developed nations with the highest level of child poverty. Senator Booker said he is committed to keeping this aspect of the Biden stimulus check package permanent. Maybe some of my subscribers with children can weigh in on this. Would you rather get a lump sum tax credit each April, or would you rather have them pay it out month to month so that you can use that money throughout the rest of the year? Please let me know in the comments. Also, should the money be available to be spent however the parent wants, or should that money be specifically earmarked for buying food, right? Giving food stability to children. Also, let me know what you think in the comments. This is the first time Congress has made the child tax credit available month to month. So it'll be really interesting to see how that money is spent month to month versus as a lump sum program. This program will begin in July and pay month to month from the IRS from through July through December, and then the remaining 6 months of that program will be paid out on your 2021 tax refund. So it looks like Senator Booker and Senator Mitt Romney, who originally came up with the child tax credit paid month to month, have until December to try to make this program permanent. So big day coming out tomorrow. There could be the announcement of a fourth stimulus check. I know that people are looking for $2,000 down and then $1,000 a month recurring stimulus, while others are saying, hey, let's just do another $2,000, and that gets people back on their feet. So this is the news for today. As I know more, I will definitely come on and share more. Before you go, make sure to check out that subscriber appreciation giveaway. I wish to remind you that you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community. Check out this funny video that I did on Saturday if you need a good laugh, and I'll see you on the next video.